Hi guys, this is Omer from MMOHut.com. I'm the first impression gameplay video for World of Tanks, 3D historical realistic tank-based MMO published by wargaming.net. And I'll spend about 5-10 minutes running around checking this game out, make some comments. If you guys want to play World of Tanks or just learn more about it, do check it out full review on the link below. Let's go ahead and log in. Now this is a realistic historical tank MMO, which is actually pretty original. I mean, the only other tank MMO I know of is Tank Ace from Games Campus. But right away we log in and we are in our garage where we can choose what tank we want to use, see our specs, and just kind of look around the game. We have three men for our tank crew right now. For my leak tracker, my one tank down over here, we start with 2 tanks it seems like. One from the USSR and one from Germany. Of course the game is based in World War II, and those are the 2 forces. Now we can switch between them at any time, well at least before the game begins. And we can see this guy only has two units, this guy's got 3 over here. Now you can upgrade, as you keep playing the game, their percentages over here will get higher and they will get more powerful. I'm not exactly sure what it does, but I can only imagine that the higher level the units are, the more beneficial it is for your tank. You can of course send them to the barracks and get new ones if you want, but I don't want to spend too much time with those guys. Now this game is actually surprisingly in-depth with its customization and variety. I'm going to kind of scroll through over here. Depot is where we can see our current equipment and our current tanks. We go to the store, we can start buying tanks. I can just scroll through this list real quick. Let's go to all types, and we can see the game has a lot of different tanks you can buy. There are actually over 100 tanks in the game, and I believe they are all based off of realistic tanks in World War II. Now you can see they're broken down into light vehicles, medium vehicles, heavy vehicles, tank destroyers, and SPGs. SPGs are just a fancy way to say artillery, and they focus on long distance weaponry. Now each tank type has its own benefits. One tank type isn't just super rigged compared to other tank types, but your starting vehicles, I should point out, do suck. And you die really fast with your starting vehicles. We can see our profile page, tech trees. On the tech trees, you can see just all the tanks available between the 2 factions currently available in closed beta, USSR and Germany. And you can't just buy a new tank and use it. You actually have to unlock the tech trees for it and the skill trees for it, which I'll show you right now. We go to our garage over here. We click research over here. Now, I already have a bunch of this stuff unlocked over here. We can just click, this is what we start with already. I can click the 2 centimeter, let's click Verbastrum, whatever that is. Let's click yes on it. Now that we upgraded this with our experience points, I only have 4 experience points left. So now that I upgraded that, I can actually use this new piece of armor after I buy it. This just gives me the right to be able to use it after, and then I still have to buy it with my credits in game. And then I can get this thing over here, click yes on that. I just got a new weapon type I can use now. And now I can upgrade the light tank for 90 experience points, which I don't have. But if I had 90 experience points and I spent it over here, I can then buy the light tank and actually use it. If I just buy it without being able to use it, it's kind of pointless. There's a lot going on with the tech trees themselves, and each individual tank has its own upgrades as well. So in order to use the better equipment for each tank, you actually need to upgrade them through the research trees. And that's really in depth. There's a lot going on over there. And now that I upgraded I remember I got a new one over here. Now I can use my turret Verbastrum. And I'm going to go ahead and upgrade to that. And it just makes my tank a little bit better. There's an engine upgrade over here you can have as well. Ammunition failed to load. Consider larger. Alright, click auto resupply over here. And now we're going to go ahead and start a game though. If you don't know how to start a game, you just click this big red battle button in the middle of the screen. It's kind of hard to miss. And just click it and then you can jump right into a game. So this looks like a pretty big game, and the battle is starting already. Murovakana, random battle. And this looks like a 15 versus 15 game over here. And the game filled up really fast. I mean, there was no queue to start the game. Now we're waiting for other players to load. You can see the guys on the left and right. We got a bunch of people here loading. And this is a 15 versus 15 game. And it was pretty cool that I found the game right away. Most games nowadays, if you want to find the game or just join it, it could take a little while here and there. I know League of Legends does the whole, game finding system. Here, I just clicked it, I'm into the game right away, making it a pretty popular game already in its closed beta. You can see in the top left, my ping is 160 ms, which really isn't that good. I usually get very low ping. But this game was developed in Russia, and I think the servers are hosted in Europe, so you may get some lag if you're playing from the US. I kind of want to shoot these guys over here to see if there's any friendly fire. The first thing I do in most FPS games I play, or most shooting games, is see if the game enables friendly fire or not. And the best way to do that is to just shoot somebody and test it. This guy seems AFK, so he's not going to complain. And it looks like there is friendly fire. I got the 72% armor. Let's go drive away before he notices. Alright, we're going to go drive away now. You move with WSAND, and wow, my tank is so slow. Look at me go up this hill. Look at these guys. They got better tanks than me. They're just going like twice as fast. Wow, this hill sucks. I kind of wish I went around it now instead of trying to go over it. I probably should still turn around and go over, but I'm not going to do that. It's one of the only tank MMOs out there as well. I mean, World of Tanks. Obviously, it's a tank MMO. Another one I believe is Tank Ace from Games Campus. But this is trying to be realistic too, so let's see how all that works out. Now you can see the target over there on my left side. And where I actually aim, it takes a while for my turret to actually spin. So I won't be able to like, just shoot right here until my little cursor over there comes over here. See, if I shoot now, it's going to miss horribly. But now it's where it's supposed to be. So I guess that's kind of realistic too. Alright, you can see in the bottom right, the kill count over there, some guy just killed somebody. You can see in the bottom right on my radar, you can see where all enemy tanks are. Now the trick over here is to not be too ballsy, otherwise I'm going to get myself killed. I'm not a heavy tank, and I'm using a light tank right now, so can I run over these haystacks? What happens if I run over these haystacks? They just disappear. Well, that's kind of cool, they can knock them down. Can I shoot the wall over there? Yeah, this is destructible terrain, which is kind of cool. Graphically, the game looks quite nice as well. Anyway, I'm going to start paying attention to shooting people. Enemy tank over there. Apparently I missed, I don't know how I missed. But if you stay still, it's easier to aim. And apparently I missed again. If you stay still though, your little cursor gets zoomed in over here. Now it's more accurate. If you move, it makes it almost impossible to aim. Oh my god, there's an enemy over there. I should shoot him. I did shoot him, but he's gonna rip me over here. I think he's got better tank than I do. And he just pwned me super fast. It kinda sucks facing off against people that aren't using the first two starting tanks in the game. I mean, you start with two tanks in the game, and they are both terrible. They are terabad. And if you play against opponents that are using more powerful weapons, the trick is to play safe. And you want to hide in the corner and just get some back shots into them, or while they're attacking somebody else, you sneak behind them and kill steal them for the win. But it's okay because, well, I'm not respawning right now, which kind of sucks, but the game is trying to be realistic too, so it makes sense that I don't respawn right away. So I think I'm gone for the rest of the round. You can see if I click tab, I got 0 kills. Luckily it doesn't show deaths, but obviously I only got 1 death because you don't respawn. And it shows you which side is winning right now based on how many tanks are on the field. My team is still winning because we got 1 more tank up than they do. But at least I can spectate other people now. Can I go first person on them? Nope. You can move up, you can zoom in and out with the mouse tool as well. It seems like when I aim, I prefer to zoom in all the way because it makes aiming a little bit easier. Graphically speaking, the game looks really nice actually. You can see really far into the distance. And obviously it's not like phenomenal, but you can up the anti-aliasing settings as well to make it look nice. But no complaints on the graphics department over here. I guess the kind of game it is kind of unique too. I mean, the only other game like World of Tanks, in my opinion, is Navy Field, if you guys have played that before. And, you can see that you can, with the individual sailors in Navy Field, you upgrade them as you keep playing games. It works the same way as the tank crew in this game. And even just the type of game it is, it's the same, because you don't respawn in Navy Field either. So if you die here, you're dead. It's good to play conservatively, like this guy over here. I think using artillery. But we can see what other people are up to. There's a lot of different weapon types as well, so it gives the game a good deal of variety. Even on each tank, you can equip different kinds of weapons, so you're not stuck with one kind of weapon. The weapon I was using was the fires once, does a lot of damage, but it's really slow. There are weapons that just shoot really fast, but do very little damage too. And it's kind of cool that many of the tanks, if not all of them, are based off of real-world tanks. I'm actually surprised this game is really this popular. I played Navy Field before, and it was never really that popular. I mean, you could find the game if you wanted to. Here, you click one button, and bam, you're in a game instantly. And I'm not liking the fact that it's playing at 140 ms ping. I'm gonna go ahead and blame the ping on this game. I would have got like 8 kills if it wasn't for the lag over there. If you're playing a fast shooting weapon, you're better off just kind of running up to them and keep shooting them, because as you move, it's the best way to dodge enemy attacks. But if you keep moving, it kind of throws your aim off balance. So you kind of want to do a little good balance of both. Let's see what else is going on in World of Tanks over here. I wonder how that guy is doing that I friendly fired at the beginning. I quit dodge noobs. Alright, somebody just said something in the bottom left. Can I talk while I'm dead? Oh my god. And yeah, I can. You can see on the bottom right over there, we don't see any enemy tanks. You can actually put radars on your tanks as well. They detect nearby enemy vehicles. I think if your allies are near them too, they detect them and they'll show up on your map as well. There's like a grid system going on back there. I don't know how many maps there are in the game right now. I don't think there are that many, but each map is pretty different because there are maps with, set in cities too, so it just changes the environment around a lot. Hiding behind vehicles really helps. Hiding behind terrain can be helpful too. Fortunately, I suck this game. I didn't kill anybody. Most people didn't kill anybody though. If you see the score over here, most people are 0 kills, and this one guy's got 5 kills, so this guy knows what he's doing. But he's using the Sturmpanzer 1 Bison over here. I'm using the newbie weapon, the newbie tank, the Light Tracker. So it can be a little bit discouraging for newbies to just jump into the game and realize that, wow, everybody else has better tanks than you do. But I suspect that after this I shall get experience and more monies, be able to upgrade my tank and buy new stuff. And that's actually the same way as it works in Navy Field, because in Navy Field, when you start the game, you are gonna suck. There's nothing about it. You start a game, you get one shot, it's over. Victory, base captured. So it looks like we won. So if we capture the base, we win, or we kill all their tanks, we win. I got 144 experience and 1,000 credits. Apparently they use credits in World War II. I don't know why it's calling credits, but it doesn't matter. Press escape to enter the garage. You can use those points to upgrade my tank, buy new weapons and stuff. So probably the first many matches you're gonna play, you're gonna suck, you're gonna die because you have a very gimp vehicle. But you can actually buy up to, looks like we can have 6 vehicles down over here at once. So you kind of switch them off in between battles if you want to try something new. Obviously, every type of tank has its own advantages. I have 4,000 credits, and these tanks cost, I can't afford any of these tanks. Let's see the most expensive tank. The game is a good deal of variety. It feels a little bit awkward, the movement at first. You gotta get used to it. And, I mean, it's not gonna be everyone's cup of tea, but hey, if you guys want to play World of Tanks or just learn more about it, do check it out, full review on the link below. Later, guys.